Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the channel. We're back with the red prep and we're building up to Manchester United, going to West London and facing Brentford FC in Premier League on the weekend. Manchester United come into this match at the back of their latest victory in the FA Cup against Liverpool, a historic clash, a classical and vintage Manchester United victory in the injury time. So they'll be buoyed by that. Of course, we have to be wary of the fact that there could be injuries from the international break. But notwithstanding any of that, I think United will be confident after that victory. The important thing is that United are aggressive even in this match and take the game to Brentford FC. Will definitely, with the likes of Mbomo back and Ivan Toney, try to hit United with long balls and try to physically dismantle United's back line. And United will have to be strong mentally and physically, and of course take the chances on the counter attack. Brentford are in a relegation battle. To be honest, they're 15th. They only have 1 point in their last 5 fixtures, having lost 4 and drawn 1. But to be honest, their performances haven't been too bad, considering that they've only lost by a goal margin or 2-goal margin. All of their matches have been quite close, and we know that they have had injuries. Ivan Toney has just come back with the suspension he had because of the betting thing. Mbomo is finally back. I think he played in the last match. Our last visit to Brentford, which was the second fixture of last season, we lost 4-0. We were 4-0 we were 4-0 down at halftime, really, and we were completely run ragged by the likes of Mbomo and Ivan Toney. I think they'll be back for this match, and United will have to face that music again. And inshallah, they can rise up to the challenge and still have one hand in this fight for the top 4 positions. Coming to head-to-head, overall, United have only lost once since Brentford have been back in the top league. That was the 4-0 loss on our last visit to Brentford. I think we'll still have some demons from that match, and it's important that we don't commit the same kind of mistakes and are forthright in our approach and aggressive. Biggest change from last visit to Brentford is the fact that by then Eric Ten Hag was still trying to play that passing from behind game, build up from behind and passing from his back line and try to find spaces and gaps through that approach. For now, United are happy going long. They are just happy to fling the ball forward and let the runners get onto it. So I think that is an approach that could help us out in this way. Obviously, Onana is decent with his long ball passing, and the likes of Bruno Fernandes always looking for that ball behind the back line. And Brentford usually play with 3 at the back, so there will be spaces behind the wing backs. So United will look to pounce on that, try to exploit those spaces with the likes of Garnacho and Marcus Rashford, who are in decent form. United will be confident, and they have to take on board the lessons learned from last season. Brentford like to play with long balls, find that diagonal balls to one of the wing backs. The likes of Ivan Toney and Bomo are, and even Jan Wissa, who's the top scorer. They are physically dominating, and they can hold their own against any defender. That's the way they like to approach the matches. On the ground as well, they're not too bad. Of course, their preference in terms of mode of attack are those long balls and diagonal balls. So United will have to be wary of that. Interestingly, Brentford have scored more goals than United have. They've got 41 to United's 39. And even in their losses and draws recently, they have managed to score and get on the score sheet. So they'll be a threat regardless of the kind of form they are in. Coming to the injured man, of course, Jan Wissa is the top goal scorer. But I think if Mbomo is back completely fit, because he was substituted in the last match. Because of Ramadan and Ifas, I think he might be, either played from the start and give me 60 minutes, or be brought on late in the second half. So he'll be a threat. The biggest threat is Ivan Toney. He's great in terms of holding the ball. He's got plenty of pace. He's really great at set pieces as well. So they'll be a threat. They have got plenty of strapping lads in Onyeka, Jorgensen, Norgard, so they'll be a threat on set pieces as well. So there is a danger that United will have to try to stifle. In terms of their defense, they like to play with 3 centre backs and 2 flying fullbacks. They've got the likes of Ben Mee, who might be out for this match. We'll have to wait and see. Ayer, Collins, even Jorgensen. No matter the 3 they pick, they'll be quite dominating in the air. The fullback Roslev has been a constant, and he'll be a threat. On the other hand, Regulon was red carded in the last match in the first 10 minutes, so he'll be sadly suspended for this. They usually employ Luis Potter in that position, so they're well covered there. Raya has been moved on to Arsenal. Flecken has come in. I think he's a decent keeper in terms of his passing from the back. His shot stopping is also decent. He's certainly not as good as Raya was. So there could be a weakness there. United will certainly would be encouraged to take the pot shots from close to the box. So that is something United will have to look forward to and try to gain advantage wherever they can. Let's move to the tactical board and break down the prospective lineups and football structures. For Manchester United, I think we are down to bare bones in terms of injury in backline. I don't think Martinez or Shaw, even Maguire will be fit for this match. Probably start with Lindelof and Varane. If Evans is fit, he might start also. But with the pace of Mbomo, Visa, and Ivan Toney, I think that'll be a big gamble. I think Van Bissaka played really well against Liverpool, and he might stick to the left back position since Shaw isn't back. Dalo has been in scintillating form, so he'll stick. We are not sure about Rashford's fitness because he wasn't involved in England's second match that was against Belgium. If he's carrying a knock, then he might be out for this match. So Garnacho will probably start on the left hand side, and Anthony will be brought in because Ahmad is also suspended for this match. Casemiro is a big worry as well. If Casemiro is out, then I think McTominay will come straight into this team. He's been in goal scoring form, so I think he'll come in and replace Casemiro. Of course, Mount is also fit, but I don't think he'll start in this match. That is a predicted lineup for Manchester United. Of course, if Rashford is fit, then I can see Garnacho playing on the right hand side and Anthony being relegated to the bench. For Brentford, they like to play with three at the back and two wing backs. Roseles and Luis Potter have been playing decently. Of course, Reguilon had come into the team, but he got red carded in the first 10 minutes in the last fixture against Burnley, and they lost that match. So he's suspended for this match. Up top, Ivan Toney is a certainty. He also scored his first England goal, so he'll be confident in Boyd after that achievement. Mbomo played in the last match as a substitute, but it's still Ramadan, so depending on when the fast happens, he might start the match or be brought on in the second half. If he doesn't start, then of course Jan Visa will come into the match. He's the top goal scorer, so there's not a big drop in terms of quality. In midfield, they played last match with Jensen, Yanalde, Onyeka. But I think if Norgard is back fit, I think he comes straight into this match. Onyeka might be out or start from the bench. In terms of the back line, both me and Pinnick, who are their first choice centre backs, I don't think they're gonna make it in this match. So I think Ayer, Jorgensen, and Collins have played the last few matches. I think they'll stick with them. They've got a few options in terms of Baptiste and Mope if they have to get a goal. But I think the first 11 is a shoe-in almost, considering the injuries. I think they know how they like to play against United Old Trafford. They were almost leading till the last 7 minutes, and they lost to United with McTominay's double in the last 7 minutes. Of course, they'll want to avenge that. They won their last match against United at the G-Tech Stadium, so I'm sure they'll have good memories. And the crowd is always up for a match against United. They're quite raucous at the stadium, so that'll be a test for Manchester United as well. Important thing for United is to exploit the spaces left by these wingbacks when they bomb forward, and the likes of Rashford, Garnacho, or if Anthony plays, they need to exploit these spaces and get the ball as quickly as possible to inform HOJLUND. I think he will be firing to go for this last stretch of the season, and he's back fit. So I hope that he can get more goals and continue his great form over the last two matches. With McTominay, of course, we get some steal, and especially in terms of set pieces, we get somebody who can head the ball clear and even get a goal from an attacking set piece. So I think overall United will be happy with this. Of course, Lindelof is a worry. He lacks pace and he's not physically dominant. And Ivan Toney might be looking to get on top of him, so he'll have to be wary of that. I think this is how both the teams will line up and try to take advantage of each other's weaknesses and try to get that early goal. Of course, the home team have the onus to score, but United will be dangerous on the counter-attack. Inshallah, United can get that early goal and take more opportunities on the counter-attacks and defensively stay solid throughout the 90 minutes. Manchester United, Erik ten Hag, next 8 days are really crucial. They travel to Brentford, travel again to West London in midweek to face Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and then they'll be back at Old Trafford on Sunday to face Liverpool, and Liverpool will be fired up to gain their vendetta and avenge their loss in the FA Cup. Inshallah, United can build on the momentum of the last victory against Liverpool. Of course, Ahmad is out because of his suspension, but the rest of the players have to make sure that we get all 3 points from this match No matter how we play, no matter how ugly it is, we have to get 3 points in this match. Both Tottenham and Aston Villa have dropped points recently, and United have to take onus of themselves and try to resurrect their chances of getting into top four and qualifying for the Champions League spot. Please join us for the Red Dissection episode where we break down the entirety of the match and give you the player ratings for the Manchester United players. So until then, take care, do good, pray for Palestinians and all the oppressed people all across the globe. Assalamu alaikum.